Hey you guys, I posted about this new black-owned dating site named Straight Black Love that I have recently partnered up with to promote. And in the community section, people were bringing up Black People Meet. I've never had a Black People Meet profile, but I've heard of it and I didn't realize people were still using it to this day. So as I was looking through the comment section, people were telling me that the site used to be fine up until a lot of non-Black people started infiltrating the site. And so I did a little bit of background research, and what I found was very eye-opening because the site is very misleading to Black people. And somebody also sent me an email telling me some important information about the site that I will be sharing with you guys in this video today. So if you're interested in knowing the truth about blackpeoplemeet.com and why as a Black person you should not be misled by that name and why you should not necessarily sign up, please stay tuned for the rest of this video. StraightBlackLove.com is dedicated to matching up Black singles. Best of all, they are international. Go take a look for yourself and go create a free profile today at StraightBlackLove.com. This video is sponsored by Car Marshall. They have over 100,000 cars in their inventory. While you shop, they will negotiate for you. I'll provide the link for you to go click and search for your new vehicle today. AshKickin.com, whether you need incense, personal hygiene products, candles, car fresheners, AshKickin is your go-to. Please visit AshKickin.com, use Paris Milan at checkout to receive 15% off. This video is also sponsored by Soulfully Scented LV. They are a Black-owned hair care line that has very affordable products that are also very potent. Please go to SoulfullyScentedLV.com. Black People Meet was created in 2002 by People Media, and when it initially came out, it was pretty nuanced because although we had Black Planet that was started in 1999, Black People Meet specifically catered to Black people dating exclusively with one another. I did hear of other people having Black People Meet profiles. I used to hear generally positive reviews of the site. Other people were saying that they did meet Black people on the site back then, and by 2008, Black People Meet had about 255,000 combined subscribers. This wasn't just any little old site, like people were actually signing up for it. In 2009, People Media was bought out by Match.com for $80 million in cash. So in 2009, Match.com actually took over the ownership of BlackPeopleMeet.com. From what I was reading, a lot of people were saying that the site started to change a little bit, and even to this day, people are saying that Black People Meet is not what it used to be in the past. Now, one of the complaints that I hear a lot is that the site has issues with its membership where people are paying for a membership, but they still have some levels of restricted access. But there's something in particular that I've noticed a lot of people are saying, that the site has been completely infiltrated by non-Blacks to where the site would appear to be an interracial dating site. And I did my research on the site where I just typed in a couple of different states. I did California, I did Texas, I saw New York, and I noticed that that came true, that these people that were saying that there was a lot of non-Black people on the site, I went through different profiles, and I'll show you guys some photos of it, where it is constantly every other profile that you see is a white person, an Asian person, an Indian person, and that totally contradicts the mission statement of the site, which says that the site was created for Black singles to meet other Black singles. So you would think that the site is exclusive to Black people dating, but that is far from the truth. Now, the real reason from what I've researched why the site does not have such a tight grip on the racial requirements, even though it's called BlackPeopleMeet.com, is because the site is in fact white owned. Just like many other corporations such as BET, Centric, certain magazines such as the XXL magazine, you even have other companies like Fader, you would think that these companies are Black owned because a lot of the faces that you see that grace the covers of their magazines are Black people, but in reality they're not Black owned, they just have Black names. BlackPeopleMeet.com is no different. It is owned by Match.com. Match.com is owned by the Interactive Corp, or IAC, and the chairman and senior executive of IAC is Barry Diller. Now, Barry Diller is considered a television Hall of Fame, and of course he is a billionaire. The most alarming part of all is that Barry Diller helped to create Fox Broadcasting Company alongside a very suspect person named Rupert Murdoch. Now, there have been so many allegations out there about Rupert Murdoch and his questionable ways and the racist, white supremacist publications that he is associated with. So a lot of Black people side-eye Rupert Murdoch, and to know that Barry Diller, who is the owner of this site Black People Meet, has very close ties to him should let Black people know that this is not necessarily a site that's for us. Even aside from Rupert Murdoch, there was an incident that occurred in 2013 with a employee of one of his companies. So she was a PR at IAC. Her name is Justine Seiko, and she made this racist tweet where she said, "Going to Africa, hope I don't get AIDS. Just kidding, I'm white." Now, after she made that tweet, they gave the front that they fired her, and everybody was riled up by what she said. And in 2014, they pretended as if they fired her, and then they went ahead and rehired her, trying to cite that she's an indomitable figure at the corporation and that she was an asset to the team. So they went ahead and they let that blow over and she went back on to work for them. Now, you would think that this company that has Black people meat under their belt and a company that has used Black people to generate millions of dollars would ultimately fire somebody for having a mindset like that, but that's not the case of what happened. They don't really care about Blacks. The only color that they really give a F about is green, and if Black people could give that to them, that's the only time that they pretend to like you. Black people have generated so much money to them off of Black people meat, and they went as far as trying to make it seem like they've had success couples. I saw on this channel that they created where they had this Black couple where they were discussing them getting married off of meeting on blackpeoplemeat.com.
To talk about their experiences with online dating, Vanessa and Ray Thomas.
Thanks for having us.
Okay, first off, online dating. Some folks might say, online dating? Why you do something like that?
Because it's hard to meet people these days, and it's easier. You have a bigger, I guess, palette to choose from with online. When I moved here, I lived on one side of Houston, he lived on the other. I never would have met him. You've got much more variety. It's safer. I'm not a club person, and neither is my husband, so it's hard to go out and meet someone unless you're going to bump into him at the grocery store or the bank, something like that.
You said an important word, husband. So from online, it became a lifelong thing.
Lifelong thing, real great thing. My uncle Lewis Johnson had told me about the site, and I was on it for about a year, and just about getting ready to give up, and blackpeoplemeat.com, and then Vanessa had hit me. She looked at my profile. I liked her profile, and then we communicated over the telephone, and then eventually we met at the Red Lobster in the neutral site, and it took off from there.
But then somebody spilled their tea in the comment section and said that he actually knows the guy that was in the interview, and they were paid to do the interview, and they're not married anymore, and that them dating lasted longer than the actual marriage itself. Some people may look at it as them just practicing business. I don't like when companies try to give off the illusion that they're Black owned, knowing that the public is assuming that they are, and they're always putting up Black fronts, but ultimately the reverse rarely happens. You rarely see Black owned companies where they give the illusion that they actually are white owned by using white faces and pandering to white people. That Black owned company would be outed for that. So I think that Black people need to make themselves aware of certain companies that they are giving their business to. That's different if you already know that they're not Black owned, but if you are under the impression that they are Black owned because they have Black in the name of their company, you need to do your research. What I feel is that if you say a site is asianpeoplemeat.com, the only people that should be allowed to sign up for that is Asian people. I've also heard of another site called whitepeoplemeat.com. With those sites, they verify if a person actually meets the criteria of what the mission statement is of that very site. And I find it comical that people are trying to make it seem like, blackpeoplemeat.com, that's so racist. I support white on white love, Asian on Asian love, Indian on Indian love. If you are dating within your own, that is not racism at all. That is you just being attracted to what you look like. There's nothing wrong with that, and I don't consider that site racist. But Black People Meet is really not about Black people meeting. It's really an interracial dating site. Every other person that you see on that site is non-Black. And this is not shocking to me because too many times non-Black people like to invade Black spaces, but they will make it clear that you are not allowed in their spaces, and they do not apologize for excluding you. Too many of us do not do our research with these businesses. We see a Black face, we'll see Black names in the title, we'll see so many Black elements on their products, and we automatically assume they're Black owned, and it turns out that they're actually white owned. There's nothing wrong with you buying from a white owned company because we know majority of them own these companies. The problem is when they create sites like blackpeoplemeat.com, knowing that it's not Black owned, but trying to make it appear as if it is strictly for Black people when that's not what's going on. It's okay that this happened because there are Black alternatives out there that we can support. Like I've already promoted in this video, Straight Black Love. They are an international site. You guys can go and meet real Black singles on there, and this is 100% Black owned. This is not like blackpeoplemeat.com where it gives off the illusion that they're Black owned and that it's for Black people. We need more companies like Straight Black Love to start competing in the market against these companies that are giving a Black front but not actually trying to provide real services to Black people. So anyways, you guys, let me know if you knew that this company was not Black owned and it was owned by a person that started the Fox Broadcasting Company. Please let me know if other sites that are perceived as being Black owned but they're not in fact Black owned. Please make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and share, and I'll talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!